So today I'm checking out the plasma from Izotope. It's supposed to be kind of a spectral balancer, but it doesn't do it via dynamics, via the dynamic kind of processing, although it does have a dynamic aspect to it, but it's actually adding saturation, and it does add that saturation with kind of a dynamic response. So you can set the attack and release, and hence this predetermines how it's going to react to the signal. So it's basically going to add saturation in places where the signal is missing it, and where is it missing it based on the profiles you choose. So for mastering, we have full profiles, so the balanced, bright, warm, scooped. Basically all of those are kind of a reference to what the signal should be looking like spectral wise. So what the balance should be like, and where it's missing stuff, it's going to try to add that part of the signal by saturating that part of the signal, I guess. So let me test that out on this song. I already had a pop exciter preset selected from the mastering, but I'm just going to do the basic color. Let's try it from the actual reset of everything. So let's try it here. Okay, so without it, okay, it deems that it's missing this part of the signal, so the mids, and I guess it is correct. And a good thing about it is we can show the delta. So, I mean, that's nice. You can get saturation, and you can get that saturation to dynamically correspond to whatever you want. So if there's no attack, it's going to react to everything. It will react to the transients. And if I don't, so it does not saturate the transients, I guess. So let's try that on everything. I'm gonna try to make this really extreme so you can hear the difference. So with no attack, I can hear those highs just disappearing completely. I'm guessing it completely disturbs and destroys those transients in the high frequencies. It's not a bad idea, honestly. Okay, nice kind of saturation. If I make the release really fast. And that's just weird, of course. Yeah, so if the release is really short, it's trying to fix up every part of the spectrum. It's trying to balance it to whatever predetermined balanced curve for the spectral balance is. I'm guessing 4.5, dBs per octave kind of noise was the reference. So it goes too fast if the release is really fast. That's fine. Let's ease up on the overdrive. As they say, this is kind of a gain staging for that saturation that happens. So let's try another preset, honestly. Two different settings, and this one as well as everything in Izotope Ozone, it can work on the stereo signal, mid-side, or transient sustain. Okay, that's also nice, even though this is dynamic, so attack, release settings, but you can actually separately process the transient signal and the sustain signal. Let's hear that solo. Okay. And the sustain is what? Somehow it feels like I'm actually hearing some transients there, but that's okay. Maybe it's just not managing to cut them out so fast. Let's bypass that. Actually, I do like this because I think it is adding what we need to the track. Even in this EDM hype kind of preset. Maybe just reacting a little bit too fast. And now fat and rich. I think this should actually be the kind of profile that it would fit this kind of music, this genre. But I think it's actually missing the upper part of the frequencies to make it crispy. So I think that this warm preset is not going to work, this warm kind of balance. It's not going to work. Maybe the balance will work. So this definitely does. Okay, so these presets can't control too much. Honestly, this is quite straightforward. I'm not looking to just process the vocals because I guess these are just presets for the spectrum balance. And since we are working on the master of this track, so these are the only kind of balances we are after. We could, what is there? Vocal, guitar, drums. Let's try this on the actual drums by themselves, just like this, on the drum loop. See what that sounds like. A full kit. Let me just reset this basic color, or maybe even go back into presets and find the preset for the drums. Any drum presets? Punchy drum kit. There you go. Actually, that's nice. At least on this loop, it does sound nice. Really crunches it up. And what's the delta of this? It doesn't really react the same every time. It's just normal. Like, I'm picking at straws here, but it doesn't really react the same every time during the duration of this loop. So I would have to be like really careful with this. It's not bad. It's not bad. So let me just drag on another one onto the master and just try to affect the master as well. So let's do that. I feel that's a nice saturation when done subtly. This can work on a master really well, done subtly. which actually, of course, every saturator on the master channel usually is subtle. Usually you never go overboard unless it's something specific. But I feel this is unique and nice. It is something new, because I always bitch about stuff not being, nothing new happens because everything's already been done. Whatever it is, usually a combination of stuff that already been introduced. And it is kind of a combination of stuff been introduced already. But it does feel like a new concept of like applying saturation to a specific part of the spectrum, of course, selectively based on a balance that is preset. So nice. I don't know that something like this exactly like this exists already. So yeah, kudos, a point up. Definitely approved. Definitely we'll have to check this out and see how this can enhance mastering for me. So I get it. I like it, but I think it really depends on the input signal. Like as everything else, I know this is quite broad and vague, but yeah, it depends on the input signal, but I feel like it is smarter saturation. It does live up to what it says. Quite simple to control, simple to understand. I mean, it's not really something you need a manual for, although do encourage it. I did read the manual before trying it out, and I do suggest you do that as well. So if you like the video, comment. If you don't like my stupid glasses, comment as well. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. It will help it. If you like the video, give it a like. And if you don't know what I'm talking about half the time, you have a link for the course that's completely free, and thanks to 11.org, it's completely free. Did I say that already? Okay. Anyways, bye. I'll see you soon.